Emperor Vexnari reviewed the holographic message with amusement, his scaled features twisting into what passed for a smile among the hegemony's ruling class. The transmission bore the seal of the Terran Coalition, a species so young they had only discovered faster than light travel 3 centuries ago. "They're what?" he asked his aide, savoring the absurdity. "Imposing a galactic trade embargo, Your Magnificence," Chancellor Morthark replied nervously. "They claim our actions on Kepler 442b constitute, and I quote, crimes against sentience requiring immediate cessation of all diplomatic and commercial relations." The Emperor's laughter echoed through the crystal chambers of his flagship. The Vorthak hegemony controlled 1,200 star systems, commanded fleets that could glass planets, and had subjugated dozens of species across 3 spiral arms. The idea that humans, a species barely out of their home system, would dare threaten them was beyond comprehension. "Kepler 442b, he mused. "Remind me what we did there." "Standard terraforming operation, Magnificence. The indigenous population was incompatible with our colonization requirements." "Ah, yes. The little furry ones. They made such interesting sounds." Vexnari dismissed the memory with a wave. "And these humans think they can impose sanctions on us. What's their military strength?" "Negligible, sir. Perhaps 200 ships, all converted civilian vessels. No match for even our patrol fleets." "Then why are you bothering me with this?" Morthark hesitated. "Well, sir, they've already begun." The Emperor's amusement faded. "Begun what?" "The embargo. 3 days ago, every human trade vessel in hegemony space simply left. Our suppliers report that critical components have stopped arriving. Medical supplies from the Centauri Pharmaceutical Collective, quantum processors from the Rigel Industrial Complex, even luxury goods from the Vegan Trade Federation. Those aren't human companies." "No, sir, but..." Morthark activated a stellar map. Red indicators flickered across hundreds of trade routes. The humans control the only stable hyperspace lanes through the Perseus Arm. Every major shipping route between the inner rim and outer colonies passes through their territory. Vexnari studied the display with growing unease. "Surely our allies won't bend to human pressure." "I'm afraid they already have, Magnificence. The collective has issued a statement supporting humanitarian concerns. The Trade Federation has suspended all contracts pending ethical review. Even our military suppliers are claiming force majeure clauses." The Emperor rose from his throne, scales rippling with barely contained rage. "This is impossible. We are the dominant power in this sector." "Yes, sir, but..." Morthark's voice grew smaller. "The humans aren't trying to fight us militarily. They've simply closed their space to us." On the display, more systems flickered to red as the cascade effect spread. The Terran Coalition controlled exactly 17 star systems, a laughably small territory. But those 17 systems sat at the crucial nexus of galactic trade routes, like a cork in a bottle. "Our own shipments," Vexnari demanded, "delayed indefinitely. The humans have established inspection protocols at all their jump gates. Any vessel with hegemony registry faces months of bureaucratic processing. Send a battle fleet. Clear the routes." "Sir, Admiral Kethva attempted that yesterday." The humans didn't engage. They simply moved. The holographic display showed tactical recordings from the incident. Hegemony warships had jumped into the Sol system, expecting to find targets. "Sir, we've tried. The alternative routes add 6 months to shipping times and triple the cost. Most commercial entities have already shifted to human-approved suppliers. Our economy is projected to contract by 40% within the year." Vexnari's claws scraped against the crystal armrest of his throne. "In 3 days, a species of primitive bipeds had accomplished what generations of rebels, rival empires, and military coalitions had failed to do. They had brought the hegemony to its knees without firing a single shot. "Sir," Morthak continued quietly, "there's more. Other species are watching. The Andromedan Republic has begun reviewing their own territorial policies. The Tau Ceti Confederacy is requesting humanitarian observers for their mining operations." The implications were staggering. If other powers followed humanity's example, if they began demanding accountability for the hegemony's actions, Chancellor Vexnari said slowly, "Prepare a formal response to the Terran coalition." "What shall I tell them, Magnificence?" The Emperor looked once more at the tactical display, where red indicators now covered nearly half his empire's trade networks. A species that couldn't match his military might had proven something far more dangerous, that power didn't always flow from the barrel of a plasma cannon. Sometimes it came from simply saying no and having the infrastructure to make it stick. "Tell them," he said through gritted teeth, "that the hegemony is prepared to discuss terms." Across the galaxy, on a small blue planet in an unremarkable star system, President Maria Santos smiled as she read the incoming transmission. Earth's first experiment in galactic diplomacy had proven a valuable lesson. In an interconnected universe, sometimes the smallest nodes in the network wielded the greatest power. "Madam President," her aide reported, "the hegemony is requesting immediate negotiations." "Schedule it for next month," Santos replied calmly, "after they've had time to fully appreciate the consequences of their actions." She turned to gaze out at the stars, where human freight runners were calmly continuing their routes, carrying